Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the next video in the series, Back to School Countdown. This is a year 3 and 4 video, and we're going to look at addition and subtraction. This is a video, part of the series that I'm doing about pre-teaching the maths the children will be learning when they go back to school. We've done a lesson on place value, which you'll find on the channel, and this is the next one on addition and subtraction. So in the year 3 and 4, children will be learning to add 3-digit numbers and 4-digit numbers together. And by the end of year 4, they need to be able to add 2 4-digit numbers together, including carrying where necessary. So let's have a look at how we would teach this to the children. So first of all, let's see if we look at this calculation. 2,176 add 3,458. First of all, we would say to start with the ones. Now, you get this nice visual picture here of what these numbers look like, and that helps us to understand and helps the children to understand why we are carrying. So, first of all, we've got 60 here, represented with the 6 here. No, 6 ones, sorry, represented with the 6 here, and 8 ones. So, we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, you can see here that if I add those bits together, I'm going to make a new 10. And it's going to leave me with 4 ones left over. So making a new 10, I need to put the 10 in here. So that's going to move over into our tens column. And the same is going to happen over here, except I'm going to just write it underneath the tens there, leaving that bit blank. And how many ones have we got left over? We've got 4 ones, so I'm going to put it there. So essentially we've made 14. We've kept the 4 ones here and we've carried the 10. And that's what you will need to be able to do as well. Then we'll look at the tens. So we've got 7 tens and 5 tens. So 70, this is 70, 80, 90, 100. So if I just circle that, I've actually made a new 100. And just like when we carry the tens, this needs to be carried over to our hundreds column. So I'm going to draw that in there, because we've made a new 100. And on the column, it looks like this. So we've got 70 add 50. Okay, which makes 100, 110, 120. But don't forget, we've also got this one that we carried over, so it's 130. So I'm going to put 3 here to make which means 30, and I'm going to carry the 100 over here. Now I've got 100 add 400, 100 add 400, plus the 100 we carried. So that's 1 add 4, which is 5, and 1 is 6. This time we haven't made any new thousands, so all we have to do finally is to add the 2,000 to 3,000 together. That makes 5,000, giving us a final answer of 5,634. So this is what the children, if you've got a child in year 4, you're watching this in year 4, you need to be able to do. So let's have a go at it. And what I'd like to do now is to pause the video here and have a go at these 2 questions using that carrying method that I just showed you. Okay, how did you get on? Let's start with A. 2 ones add 2 ones equals 4 ones. No carrying to do there. 1 and 9, however, make 10, or 10 and 90 make 100. So I'm going to leave 0 here, which means there's no 10s to go there, but we've made a new 100, so we're going to carry that. 700s add 400s make 1100s, plus that one makes 120. Or 12, but 120 is what we want. So we've got to put the 1,200, put the 200 there and carry the 1,000. Then we've got 4,000 add 3,000 equals 7,000, plus that one equals 8,000, giving us a final answer of 8,204. Over here, we've got 5 ones add 8 ones, which makes 13. So we're going to put the 3 down and carry the 10. 7 and 4 makes 11, plus that one makes 12. 2 down, carry the 100 this time. 0 and 9 make 9, plus that one is going to make a new 10, so I'm going to put a 0 there and carry that 1,000 over here, because we made 1,000. 6 and 6,000 and 1,000 is 7,000. So this carrying habit, this is what the children need to be able to do as they move through year 3 and 4. Okay, so sometimes we make mistakes, and we've got Naya and Scott here, and they've both attempted the same question. one of them has got it correct and the other person hasn't. So let's see if we can work out what's gone wrong here and which person has the correct answer. So just pause the video here and see if you can work it out yourself. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got Scott. He's done 5 out of 8, which makes 13. So we've got 3 down and carry that 10, which he's done. Then we've got 4 and 4 makes 8, and then that one makes 9. That's fine. And 4 and 3 makes 7. So Scott looks like he's done it correctly. What about Naya? So Naya has done 5 at 8 makes 13. She's put the 3 there, but instead of carrying the 1 and placing it down here, she's put it in the tens column, which means there's no space for her to add the tens together. She's then added the tens, 4 and 4 make 8, and she's placed that in the hundreds column, and she's done 4 and 3 make 7, and she's also placed that in the hundreds column. So you can easily see here what she's done wrong. Remember, when you're carrying numbers, to place them underneath, and that gives you space to do the rest of the calculation. So just a misconception to think about as you're working these out. Okay, so moving on to subtraction then. Now, subtraction is very similar to addition. The children will be using a column method to solve it. And let's have a look now using the place value chart, how we can solve this question. 5,435, take away 3,215. So first of all, let's take from the ones column. So here we have 5,435. I'm going to take away from the 1. So 5 take away 5. We're going to cross all these out. And that's going to leave us with 0. Then we've got this 3 tens take away 1 10. So I'm going to cross one of those out, which leaves us with 2 tens, making 20. Then we've got to take away 2 tens from, 2 hundreds from 400. So we're going to cross out 2 hundreds. That leaves us with 2. And then finally, we've got 5,000. We're going to take away the 3 here, cross out the 3,000, which leaves us with 2. That means that our final answer is 2,220. Okay, so it then says use the place value chart to complete this calculation. So slightly different. This time we're taking away 3,216 instead of 3,215, which means that there is going to be some carrying necessary here. So have a go yourself at trying to do B. Okay, so pause the video here and have a go at B. How did you get on? So here we've got 5,435. We're taking away 6 this time. Now we can't take 6 away from 5, so we're going to have to borrow. So what we do is we knock on the number next door, which is these 3 tens. We're going to take that, and we're going to actually draw these tens in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have borrowed from the tens, taken that 1 10 away, and we've put it into the ones so we can do the calculation. So now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 in the ones column. Okay. So now we can take away the 6. So let's cross out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we are left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 now in the ones column. So we've done that first bit. Now we're going to take away 1 from the tens. So we cross out 1. That leaves us with 10. We're going to take 2 from the hundreds. That hasn't changed, which leaves us with 2 hundreds. And we're going to take 3 again from the thousands, leaving us with 2,000. So you can see here that it's worked out exactly how we thought. There's just a one digit difference between, there's just one difference between the top answer and the bottom answer. And that would make sense because we're taking away 1 more. Here we were taking away 3,215, and here we're taking away 3,216. So it makes sense that the answer would be 1 less. Okay, so we call this borrowing in subtraction. So we've learned about carrying in addition and now borrowing in subtraction. So let's see if we can have a go at some of these questions. If the number on top is smaller than the number underneath, we are going to have to borrow from the number next door. So that's just something to remember. So A, can we take 9 away from 7? We can. So we're going to borrow, that becomes 1, that becomes 17. 17 take away 9 makes 8. 1 take away 1 is 0. And 3 take away 1 is 2. B, 3 take away 4, we cannot do that. So we're going to borrow again from the tens. 7 becomes 6, and 3 becomes 13. 13 take away 4 makes 9. 6 take away 3 makes 3. 6 take away 1 makes 5. And we're left with 7. C, 5 take away 6 we can't do. We're going to borrow from the 4. That becomes 3. That becomes 15. 15 take away 6 is 9. 3 take away 1 is 2. 8 take away 2 is 6. And 9 take away 6 is 3. 1 take away 9 we can't do. We're going to borrow. 5 becomes 4. 11, that becomes 11. 11 take away 9 is 2. 4 take away 2 is 2. 1 take away 0 is 1. And 3 take away 1 is 2. So there you can see, using borrowing, how I can solve these questions. And it's just important to remember, if the number on top is smaller than the number underneath, you are going to have to borrow from the number next door. Your turn. Have a go at these calculations. And remember, you need to borrow. How did you get on? These are the answers that I got when I looked at these calculations. A was 1,950. B was 6,952. C was 7,924. And D was 1,610. Finally, let's finish with a word problem. Often, when the children have mastered the column method, they can then attempt using this method to solve more difficult problems, like this one. A car costs £8,716. A motorbike costs £2,341, less than the car. How much does the motorbike cost? So we're going to take the cost of the car, how much less the motorbike is than the car, and that will tell us the cost of the motorbike. 6 take away 1 is 5. 1 take away 4 we can't do, so we're going to have to borrow. Cross out the 7 becomes 6. That one becomes 11. 11 take away 4 is 7. 6 take away 3 is 3. And 8 take away 2 is 6. So the cost of the motorbike is £6,375. Thanks for watching this short video on addition and subtraction. I hope it's given you an idea of what you're going to be doing in your next few lessons. Just remember, carrying with addition and borrowing with subtraction. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more videos on primary education. Thanks, guys.